We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there. Actually, you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Out of the gun now on third down.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Seahawks 0. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try for the first with Walker.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Alert! Alert! Go track! Go track!
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
The Seahawks had 8 and 6 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter in this direction without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that's going to be another good run on 1st down. This one goes for 14 as he is eating them up here to begin the drive.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it second down and 11.
Okay, ready? Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, check that. Street.
They'll look to throw here.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Falcons 14, Seahawks 0. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure.
He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
Even with a 3rd and 3. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5
before you decide to throw the football.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, This is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
That's out quickly to London. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Run the set.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check. 19 Lions. Nineteen tight. Good.
Now back to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London,
42 yards.
and the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Seahawks nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 5. And Walker with it over the middle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Into the hands of London.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Falcons 28, Seahawks nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
He'll look to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 9 here.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ready,
And
set.
they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Shot alert, shot alert. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
And now here's a carry heading left. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Straight ahead, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd and 6. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
2nd and 5.
Gotta be lying. Hey, check that.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hey, smash Bronco! Go!
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play.
a 59-yard attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now the rookie's free.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Second and 1.
At the 28-yard line.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ready.
They're going option play on third down.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they?